Hello teacher, my name is Andres Castells Perez and I'm going to talk about a little bit about Peaceful Warrior. Peaceful Warrior is a 2006 drama film directed by Victor Salva based on the book Way of the Peaceful Warrior by Dan Millman, which is part autobiographical, part fiction. It stars Seth Meyerowitz and Nick Nolte. The movie is about Dan, a gymnast who wants to qualify for the Olympics. He's currently studying at college and he's having a little bit of hard time because he's doing this double life. He's having a lot of party time, a lot of beers, hanging out with girls and his friends, and also having a very strict and very raw routine for being a gymnast. His main goal is to qualify for the Olympics and he has that opportunity with a competition. His motivation, maybe to highlight among others, to brag about it. His goal, at least at the beginning of the film, was to stack higher between other students. Later on, the factor ego is discussed, the idea of that controlling Dan and his actions. One of the biggest challenge that Dan has is the fact that he has a motorcycle accident and he breaks his femur in several spots. That gives him time to think about stuff, to reconsider some aspects of his personality, some traits, and he has to attend rehab, muscle rehab, for several months before he can start doing gym again. Dan is always thinking about something else when he's training. He's having the idea of partying, having fun, but he couldn't do both activities. Later on, he frees up that so-called trash, which Socrates mentions, and he really performs. One of the main aspects of the film is the use of aphorisms. That's the idea of expressing a statement and showing a value or teaching something, like a proverb. So Socrates is full of them. When Dan says, "I know more than you think," he replies, "and you think more than you know." And that's a very, very good asset to learn. You can live a whole lifetime without ever being awake, that one being my favorite personal. There's never nothing going on, maybe because the idea of there is always something happening, always something popping up, and we can learn from everything every day. A warrior acts, only a fool reacts. I think this statement summarizes the film because of the character development, the way that Dan evolves as a character, first being a childish, very immature person, and then overcoming his obstacles. The thing that I learned about the movie, that the typical stuff would be that never to give up on your dreams, but I want to go a little bit beyond. Even though I didn't personally like the film, I think that maybe the idea of listening to your elders is something, it's the best way to achieve your goals, is the best way to achieve your dreams, because there are people who have gone through the same and maybe even worse and overcame those problems. They overcame those obstacles. To value the sense of tutoring, I think, is the best aspect of the film. Thank you.